Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah wa barakatuhu. Dear students of class 10, today we are going to discuss about the hormones in a little bit or in a brief. It is a topic of the chemical coordination, which is the chapter number 2nd in the biology of class 10th. Before going to discuss the various endocrine glands and their function, we will have a brief description and introduction regarding the hormones. So, introduction of regarding the hormones. Introduction regarding the hormones. First hormone was discovered by two scientists, two physiologists, namely Ambalis and Ernest Starling in 1902. They discovered the hormone secretin. In 1902, and the credit of hormone discovery goes to Baylis and Ernest Starling. Secretin is produced in the intestinal mucosa, and it stimulates the secretion of pancreatic juice. So two scientists came in 1902. They discovered a hormone called secretin. Secretin is produced in the intestinal mucosa. You can see that it is the inner bearing of the small intestines. When it is released, that is secretin is released or produced, it helps in the stimulation of pancreatic juices, further helps in the digestion. In 1905, Ernest Starling introduced the term hormone. You can also see that the term hormone was given by Ernest Starling in 1905. It was all reference with the secretin. So the term hormone was given in 1905 by Ernest Starling. If we go towards the hormone is derived from Greek word. Hormone is derived from Greek word hormene. Hormone is derived from Greek word hormene, which means, so its root word is Greek word hormene, which means to set in motion. Hormone means to set something in motion, or to stimulate something, or to excite, or to arouse. These are all terms. To some extent, these all terms are similar. These all mean that when hormones are released, they are going to excite something, they are going to set something in the function, they are going to stimulate something, they are going to arouse something in order to carry out the various biological processes in the body of an animal or in the body of an organism. So these three terms are to some extent similar: to set in motion, to set something in the motion, or to stimulate something, or to excite something, or to arouse something. These are all similar. We can say that these are all similar. In nutshell, if we say that, so it is derived from the Greek word hormone, which means to set something in the motion, to stimulate, to excite, or to arouse, in order to carry out the various biological processes. If we go towards the definition of the hormone, it is little bit introduction about the hormone. If we go towards the definition of the hormone, we can say that hormones are information molecules. Hormones are information molecules or chemical messengers which are secreted by which are secreted by endocrine glands, which are secreted by endocrine glands to carry out various biological functions in an organism. To carry out various biological functions in an organism. So what are actually the hormones? Simple definition: hormones are information molecules. These are those molecules which contain some information. By that very information, biological processes are processed in the body, biochemical responses are achieved. Are the chemical messengers? These are the chemicals which carry some message. Just in previously we have stated about the nervous coordination, in which we discuss about the electrochemical synapse. Electrochemical synapse, just like taking in that very taking example of acetylcholine. Similar, hormones are the chemical messengers. They are going to conduct the message in the form of chemicals, which are secreted by endocrine glands. But these hormones are secreted by endocrine glands. What are endocrine glands? Endocrine glands are ductless glands found in the body to carry out various biological functions. When these hormones are released, they carry various biological functions in organism. According to two scientists, Thyman and Wendt, they said that hormones are produced in one part of a body, in an organism, that is site of production, where hormones are produced and are transported to other parts, that is the, we can say, target site. Other parts are target sites or site of action. In order to carry out biological processes, in order to carry out physiological functions, in order to carry out various biochemical responses. So hormones are produced in one part of the body, that is the site of production, and are transported to the other part, that is the target sites or site of action, in order to carry certain biological processes. So in nutshell, we can say that Thyman and Wendt was told that hormones are transported from site of production to site of action, where they have to bring out various biological processes. So this was all about the introduction of the hormones. We stated that there came the two scientists. There was the Ernest Starling and the Wambadis. In 1902, they discovered a hormone called secretin, which is produced in the internal lining of the intestine, that is intestinal mucosa, which helps in the secretion, stimulation of the pancreatic juices, further help us in the digestion. Then in 1905, there came the Ernest Starling, who coined the term, who gave the term of the hormone, and actually it was all related to the secretin. Then the hormone word is derived from the Greek word, which means to set something in the function, to arouse or to stimulate or to excite something. And then hormones are the chemical messengers or information molecules which are secreted by the ductless endocrine glands in order to carry out the various biological processes. Then according to the Thyman and Wendt, hormones are produced in one part of the body of an organism, that is the site of production, and are transported to the other part, that is the target sites or site of the action, in order to carry out the certain biological processes. So hormones are transported from the site of production to the site of action. In nutshell, you can remember that the hormones are the chemical messengers which are secreted by ductless endocrine glands. In order to carry out the biological processes, they go to the target sites through a blood and where they bring about the action. And these hormones are received by the receptors. Receptors are agents which are going to transmit these information for further processing in the body of an organism. So thank you very much. Hope you have understood that.